So we all wish we had more time in the day to ride, because we realize when we get that time and we go out for a ride, we're just so ecstatic that we just want to dance. So how do we find more time? Let's talk about it. What's going on, bikers? Welcome back. I appreciate y'all joining me for this ride. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about one of the major problems that you come across when you start cycling, and that is finding time to ride. And before we get into this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to y'all for the support, coming back video after video, being engaged, leaving your comments, asking questions. Just want to give you guys a quick shout out, and I appreciate all the support that I get, and encourage you, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hook your boy up, hit that subscribe button. But anyways, as we get into this video, we're going to talk about finding time to ride. Now, again, this is one of the problems that you come across when you start cycling. And in life in general, life is about dealing with problems. And whether it's going to a new job, a new hobby, a sport, or a pastime, you have to deal with new problems. And on that note, even if you don't look to venture into something new, you still have to deal with problems. Even if you're in the same area, same job, same hobbies or what have you, there's always going to be problems that you have to address. So what kind of problems do you want to have? And in cycling, one of the quote-unquote problems that you may deal with is finding time to ride. Now, a lot of things play into being able to have more time to ride, and a good book that I read recently that I would like to mention, as I reference a lot of points from that book, is this book called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, which is a great book on just procrastinating and being able to get more things done in less time. Now, I want to break that into 3 separate categories to help achieve finding more time to ride. And the first category we're going to talk about is scheduling. Now, within scheduling, the book mentions a formula that is known as the 6P formula, which is proper prior planning prevents poor performance. And this is pretty much self-explanatory. Being able to plan ahead of time goes a long way in benefiting you and your performance, as you can kind of wrinkle or take out the wrinkles that may cause delays or setbacks, and ultimately make you more efficient in whatever it is that you're doing. And planning is one of those things that are often overlooked, and you have to be intentional in what you want to do, and that's where planning comes in. Now, I've talked about this before in some of my other videos. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you want to be successful, you want to be able to do more things and have more time to ride by taking care of the tasks that you need to take care of. You need to focus first on planning, so you can set yourself up to be successful as far as taking care of your tasks. And doing that, you'll find that you'll have more time to ride. So along with that, the book also does mention one of the most important rules of personal effectiveness, which is the 10-90 rule. Now, this rule says that the first 10% of time that you spend planning and organizing your work before you begin will save you as much as 90% of time in getting the job done once you get started. Now, that's a very big element when it comes to finding more time to give you the ability to ride more. Being able to plan, again, frees up so much time, because you'll be able to get the things done that you need to get done, and thus the result gives you more time to go out there and ride. Now, the last thing I want to talk about under the topic of scheduling is scheduling. So being able to plan ahead and being able to prioritize things that you need to get done prior to the day that you want to ride, and knowing what you need to get done for that day. Also, to go along with scheduling is looking at the weather, looking up when it's going to be nice outside and a day that you may want to go out for a ride, and that'll also help you kind of plan around that. So when that nice weather day does come up, you've already taken care of the task that will allow you to go out for a ride, versus not planning ahead of time and then finding that, oh, tomorrow is a beautiful day and you want to ride, but you have so much that you need to do because you put it aside, and you could have done it the day prior if you had planned ahead that, you know what, this day right here that's coming up, I'm going to ride this day, so let me go ahead and take care of my tasks I need to take care of. Now, the second subject we want to talk about in regards to not being able to have enough time to ride is procrastination. Now, when you procrastinate, you allow things to build up and they start to kind of loom over your head, and just that fact that it's taking up that mental space can take away from your day and give you less time to ride. And as I say that, I would like to also mention that not all procrastination is intentional or even a conscious act that we're doing. Sometimes we don't realize that certain activities or certain things that we're doing promotes more procrastination. And there's many different types of procrastinators. For instance, the first one is the overconfident person. Now, this person thinks that they'll be able to accomplish things in a smaller amount of time. So what they end up doing is pushing it back until the last minute. And then they might get to that point in time and realize, I don't have time to do this now. So you procrastinated because you felt that you had enough time, or you didn't need as much time to accomplish whatever task that it is. Now, on the flip side of the overconfident person is a person who's lacking confidence. Now, this person who lacks confidence, they may feel like they can't finish a task or won't do it successfully or correctly. So what they end up doing is pushing the task further and further back for fear of failing or not accomplishing it. And again, as you push it back, that task doesn't go away. It's still there and still needs to be done. So this type of procrastinator, again, may not even be aware of it, that they're procrastinating by pushing the task further and further back. Now, this next one is the distracted person. Now, the distracted person may have a lot of things going on, and these things may take up their time and also their mental space, and they can't focus on important tasks that need to be done in order to give them more time to ride later on. And lastly, is the unorganized person. Not being able to manage your time properly can lead, of course, to procrastination, just because you're not sure on what you should be doing first, what's more important. You could be wasting time on unimportant tasks that are taking up your time, and then you realize that you've wasted time, or I guess better stated, you used your time on things that are not important or not pertinent, and does not allow you and promote you to have more time to ride and get the things done that you need to get done. Now, the last subject matter I want to talk about in regards to finding more time to ride is efficiency. Being efficient has so many benefits, as it puts you at the right place at the right time, doing the correct things that you should be doing to allow yourself to have more time to get out there and ride. Now, we are all given 24 hours in a day, and one of the biggest difference between us and a person who finds more time to ride or finds success and life in general is the way that they spend that 24 hours. And the way that we spend our time determines the outcomes that we will receive. Now, in the book, Brian Tracy talks about the law of forced efficiency, which means that there is never enough time to do everything, but there's always enough time to do the most important things, which falls into prioritizing getting the things done that needs to be done, so it'll give you more time to do the hobbies that you want to do. Now, a powerful prioritizing method that Brian Tracy talks about to help you achieve that is the ABCDE method, where you prioritize tasks based on categories. And the way that this works is you list down all the tasks you have coming up, and then you assign a letter category to the task. A are things that you must do. B are the things that you should do. C are the things that are nice to do. D are the things that you can have someone else do. And E are things that you can eliminate altogether. And within those categories, you number them from order of importance. So you'll have A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, etc. So breaking down each of those categories, like I said, A are things that you must do. Now, these are things that will have a serious or positive or negative consequence if you do it or fail to do it. Now, as far as letter B, which is the things that you should do, now these are things that if are not done, someone may be unhappy or inconvenienced if you don't do it, but they're nowhere near as important as the letter A's. Now, letter C, which is the things that are nice to do, he describes this as things that will have no consequence to you or to someone else if you don't do it. Things like maybe catching up with a friend or watching a TV show. Now, letter D is things that you can have someone else do for you. Now, that's kind of self-explanatory. You may have some tasks or some responsibilities that you can have someone help you out with, whether it's, picking your kids up from practice and they play with your neighbor. So maybe having your neighbor go and pick your kid up so you don't have to go out and do it, and allows you to have time to do other tasks. And lastly, we have letter E, which are things that you shouldn't be doing anymore. Maybe they were important at one point in time, and then now they're no longer important, so there's no point in even doing it. Again, being able to eliminate things that you shouldn't be doing, along with the other letters which will help you prioritize the things that you should be doing, are all things that will help promote you to getting things done, which will enable you to have more time to ride. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, finding more time to ride is one of those things that I know me, myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people as well would like to do more of. However, we may struggle to find the available time to get out there and ride. I hope you guys enjoy some of these tips. And again, these tips are not just for cycling or not just for finding time for riding. It could be applied to many different areas in our life as we look and strive to become better and more efficient people, so we can get plenty of things done within our lives. Because like I said earlier, we only have 24 hours in a day, and how are you going to choose to spend it to make you or help you be the best person and most efficient person that you can be? Now, don't forget, comment below. Let me know. Do you find yourself doing some of these things? What do you think about these tips? Do you feel that it'll be beneficial? I'd love to know, love to hear what you have to say. Again, reading your comments is one of the most enjoyable things of having this platform, and just getting different people's opinions and ideas and viewpoints on different subject matters that I discuss. All right, everybody. I look forward to talking to y'all in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you're notified when I drop a new video. Until next time, I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Keep on riding and be safe.